So AI is raising the speed bar for every aspect of a startup: content creation, coding, marketing, customer service, and decision-making. And so speed is no longer an advantage for a startup. It's really the cost of playing. So right now is one of those rare windows that comes every 14 years where new categories are created and new multi-billion-dollar companies can be created. But it's only going to happen for those founders that catch the speed wave and are fast enough to take advantage of the moment. So how fast is fast enough? Well, we're going to tell you. So first of all, realize that AI doesn't hesitate. It can just ship on its own increasingly, and that will be more and more true every year going forward. And that's the new benchmark if you set your systems up appropriately. So for instance, some real company examples are things like Perplexity AI, which went from launch to 15 million monthly users and $1 billion valuation in under 18 months. Cursor AI, they're used by developers to write about 1 billion lines of code per day, reaching a $9 billion valuation in less than 2 years with 30 people. Mistral AI, they built an open source, top performing LLM, Mistral 7B, in just 4 months after founding the company. Replit layered in a toolbox of features, including code completion, debugging, and deployment, and all under 12 months. And Runway, which within 8 months of releasing their Gen 1, released their Gen 2 for video creation, powering video creation directly from text prompts. And the top teams aren't just building fast, they're learning fast. They're bringing speed to how they learn, and that iteration between the learning and the shipping and learning, that's getting faster. And that compounds over days and weeks and months and years, giving them a competitive advantage and hopefully defensibility for the future. So here's something that you learned that you didn't know you learned, and now you have to unlearn that. Most people think they're fast. They certainly think they're working hard, but actually their speed bars have been set way too low by the places they've come from before. The truth is that your school taught you to move in semesters. And your large company, which might have been successful and a big brand for you, they taught you to move by committees. And both of them taught you to make few mistakes. Both of them taught you to avoid errors, like a policeman would try to keep anything from happening in their town. But neither has prepared you for the speed of the AI era. You've been rewarded for not making mistakes. You've been rewarded by saying more about something, for writing lots of words, by going deeper and deeper. And that works for systems that are slow moving, like the glacial speed at which academic knowledge is created. But that's not at all true with startups. That's not at all true with the world. The founders often tie up their self-worth with the product. They're saying, I'm putting this out into the world, and if people don't like it, they don't like me. There's a connection there that they're not even aware they're making. And as a result, they are very cautious about launching. They're over perfect because they're scared of being wrong. And they stall because they think they have more to lose than they do. So what you've been taught is that speed is reckless, but it's not reckless. Speed is choosing momentum over perfection. It's choosing progress over pride. Now look, the startups that win aren't chaotic. They're fast because they're precise. They're fast because they're clear. They're fast because they're confident and they communicate well. It doesn't have to do with being reckless or breaking things all the time. They move fast because they've unlearned the need to be safe. And they bring that desire to move forward fast to every day that they're engaged with the product. So as you think about all the attributes that we look for in founders and in companies that we want to invest in, all the attributes roll up into that one metric of speed. If they have good communication, if they're obsessed, if they're resilient, if they have a great insight, if they understand marketing, if they understand sales, if they understand technology, all those things which make a company successful roll up into this one metric of speed. And when we see that, when we see the founders getting back to us immediately with email requests, when we see them changing their decks, when we see them launching product, when we see them moving with their customers quickly, that speed is the indicator that we're looking for and that you should be looking for as you move into your startup career. So look, the benefits of speed aren't just a theory. This happens every day. We see it all the time. There's basically 4 very clear benefits of speed you're going to notice. Number 1, your product goes out faster. And the more features you bring and how quickly you change for the customers, they notice that. They feel that. They get behind you. The second thing is that the faster you ship and the faster you go, the more energized your team becomes. And the more attractive you are to hiring the very, very best talent, which then makes you faster. The third thing is you just get a lot of attention from the press, from people on social media. Energy comes toward you the faster you move. Everybody feels it. And the faster you go, you need to raise less money. You get to keep more of your equity. Because every week you go, every month you go, you're spending $100,000, $200,000, $300,000. So if you can save 3 months, you've just saved $600,000 of spend, which means you saved $600,000 of equity for yourselves. So speed compounds, and so does hesitation. So pick your poison. So now that we're in the era of AI, we've identified 6 mindset shifts we're trying to give them so they can go fast in this new era. Number 1, the product is not you. Stop tying your self-worth to the product. Launch the product, learn about how people use it, and then move on to the next thing. Where you are in 7 to 10 years is how you are going to be measured, how you're going to measure your own life. Second, you're not running a business. You are running a series of experiments. If you have that mindset, things go a lot faster. Frame everything you do as simply a test. You'll learn faster and care less about being right. The third mindset we try to teach people is to copy what works. You don't get extra points for building from scratch. Facebook didn't, Google didn't, Airbnb didn't. None of the companies you admire have built from scratch. They have all taken things and pieces from other companies that are working, and they've done it better. Your brain is different, your team is different, the moment is different, the technologies you're working with are different. Don't worry, you will end up with something unique simply by being who you are in the time you're in. The fourth mindset is really to let go earlier. Another thing we call it is the fuck it moment. By gripping so tight, you often don't allow the best ideas to come forward. And when you just release, you don't grip so tight, you don't try to be right all the time, the best ideas come, you end up doing the right thing. So let go sooner. The fifth mindset is to avoid self-sabotage. They're driven by some maniacal reason to be obsessed about something, to build something in the world, to create something. But underlying a lot of that is a bit of self-sabotage. And we see that in a bunch of founders as well. So be aware of the ways you're self-sabotaging and avoid it. And the sixth mindset is to realize that you're doing this for other people, your employees, your family, your customers. If you can't get speed for yourself for some psychological reason, or there's some fear blocking you, realize you have a higher calling and you need to do it for them. So what are some actions you can take today that will bring speed into your mind and into the minds of all the people on your team? First, reset what you think fast means with your team. Just declare that you're going to have a different way of moving, a different pace that you can do things with your team, and encourage them and encourage yourself to hold each other accountable to going faster and faster. Number 2, launch the thing that's 80% ready today. Get feedback. Maybe launch it under a different name, a different URL, but do something, get it out there. Number 3, just don't overplan. Ship, learn, and iterate quickly. Number 4, use AI as your co-founder. Use AI as your coworker. Let it remove your bottlenecks and be part of the team. And number 5, have someone on your team who is dedicated to implementing new AI-based systems that can work on your behalf. Have them spend their weekends and nights on it, just exploring what can be done and implementing a new system every week, every 2 weeks. After 25 weeks, you're going to have a lot of dead systems, but you're going to have some systems which you're going to find are amazing and save you a ton of time and let you move to your customer faster. So remember, you don't always have to feel ready. You don't have to be right, but you do have to be in motion. And as investors, that's what we're looking for in our founders, people who are in motion. So now that the AI window is open for startups, hesitation costs more than failure, because AI doesn't have fear. AI doesn't hesitate, and that's the new standard. The thing is, the window closes faster than you think it will. It always does. And so this isn't just a motivational speech. This is the reality for you if you want to create something valuable and interesting in the age of AI.